G'day and welcome to the Guy Who Sews channel. My name is Sean and today's video is a review of the 2023 Mid Atlantic Quilt Festival. Come see what was on offer, what I liked about it, and my overall view of the show. I did previous videos for last year's show, so definitely check those out if you haven't seen them already. But let's talk about what is the Mid Atlantic Quilt Festival. It is one of the largest quilt shows on the East Coast. They have it yearly, usually the last weekend in February in Hampton, Virginia, which is near Virginia Beach in Norfolk. And it's a pretty neat show. Entry to see the exhibition hall on all the quilts is $17, and that gets you in unlimited times throughout the whole weekend. There is also classes that you can take for an additional cost. I did not partake in those, so I can't review those. But overall, I thought it was a wonderful show. So let's go in and talk about what I liked about the show. The first thing I loved about this show was that it had so many quilts. I lost count of how many they had. They had competition entries in various different categories, and then a lot of the local quilt guilds in our area and all throughout Virginia and Maryland also put in entries for different challenges, and it was so much fun to go around and see all those. So many different types. There was art quilts, there was wall hangings, huge quilts, little quilts, colorful quilts, one color quilts. I mean, you name it, it was pretty much there. It was so much fun to see all the quilts. In last year's video, I mentioned that I thought the aisles where the vendors were a little narrow and it got very, very crowded. It may be my imagination, but I think this year the aisles were actually a little wider, which I thought was absolutely awesome. Plus, I just don't like crowds, so wider aisles, or me thinking they're wider, was good. I also loved seeing all the different vendors. It was nice seeing new vendors there as well, because it's always nice to see new things. I actually bought some stuff off one of the new vendors that appeared this year that wasn't there last year as well. So it's always good to have a variety. And I thought it was great too that they had not just quilting stuff, but there were some vendors there selling yarn, fiber arts, and that sort of thing as well. So that way, if you were into that sort of thing as well, you could definitely get some stuff for yourself. The other thing I really, really enjoyed about this show was being able to network with some of my viewers. I actually met up with 3 viewers over the Friday and the Saturday that I attended. On Friday, I got to meet up with Angel from Halo Inspirations. She has an online store, and she's actually in the process of going into a brick and mortar store fairly soon, and I'm excited to hear more about that. I spent about 2 or 3 hours with her and her husband on Friday afternoon just wandering through the exhibition hall, seeing all the different wonderful quilts, and it was just such a wonderful thing to be able to hang out with her for that time. On Saturday morning, I got to meet another viewer, Gloria, who lives about 2 hours away from me, also known as Weeby, and it was fun to hang out with her and her husband for a little while. And then a little later on, I got to meet up with Chloe Morgan, who is another wonderful viewer of mine and has supported the channel for quite some time. It was wonderful to be able to meet up with her and chat to her and her family for a little while as well. She came all the way down from Rhode Island for a vacation during the week that the quilt show was on, so she was able to duck in, take a look at the show, and hang out with me for a little while. So it was really, really neat to hang out with all the viewers, and hopefully next year I'll be able to meet even more. The main part of the quilt show for me is obviously the quilts. I was not there to buy a whole bunch of stuff. I still bought some stuff, but not a whole bunch. But I was there more for inspiration to see the different quilts, and there was so much to see there. I will release several videos over the coming months with the different quilts and what I thought of them. But I just wanted to show you a little teaser of some of the quilts that were on display. So what was my overall view of the quilt show? Well, I absolutely loved it. I love seeing the inspiration, meeting up with everybody, seeing all the different products for sale, getting ideas of what I may want in the future. And it was definitely one that I plan on visiting next year. I live about 20 minutes away from it, so it's, really, really convenient and handy for me to go see. But even if it was a little further, I would definitely go and travel to see it. So thank you so much for joining me on the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, definitely hit the like button and tell a friend, and we'll see you all next video. Happy sewing!